Alrighty, so all the people you need to have on your team. That's what this video is about. Now, a lot of people would actually think that some people think this is common sense. You'd be pretty surprised how non-common sense it is since becoming a coach. So, first of all, we've got yourself. This is you. Then, directly into your team, you have your network of your people, all right? So that building a community of friends and a network of people that you can talk to about building wealth is so healthy. Coaches, hence the reason why you've got me, right? Fast tracking your knowledge and making sure that you can build wealth with ease, right? Coaches fast track your stuff very, very quickly, very, very quickly. Then you have your partners, right? If you've ever heard me talk about your partner, right? Are you choosing them? Are they going to be an asset or a liability in your relationship? So non-relationship advice. I say that to my partner all the time. So like one of the things I say to my partner is, hey, babe, you're going to be an asset or a liability today? In a joking way, right? But also kind of serious at the same time. Because whatever level your partner's meeting you at will help influence the growth of your journey and your financial position as well as your overall position, right? Okay, then we've got under your finance team. So we've got accountants and then bookkeepers and lending specialists being like more like the brokers. That's very high level sort of lending, right? Financial planners. If you've ever met me, I'm not a really big fan of financial planners because they're just more like asset protection. They're not actually have a niche in anything, but this video is not about putting down anyone's role. And then we've also got superannuation sort of managers as well. But the team that I love talking about is your property team. All right, so who are the most important people you have in your property team? You have got your buyer's agent. They're the ones who know where the top 1% suburbs are. They're the ones who know how to go up, who are trained specialists in negotiating to go up against sales reps, all of this sort of stuff, project managers. Then you have the broker. I'm probably going to turn around and say out of everyone on this team that you have, I'm going to say your partner is the most important person, followed by your broker, and then followed by the network and the coach that you have in your world. So I'm going to say partners first, brokers are most important, then the people you surround yourself with in your coach, then the rest of these people, so your buyer's agents. Then you'll also have your property managers. So if you partner with the buyer's agent that I'm partnered with, so if you end up using the buyer's agent that I'm partnered with, they will source property managers for you in that area. Property managers begin to be the people that you also become really close with, like moving forward. And the reason why we've split this out into property number 1 and property number 2 is because the team can change for each property, right? So then you've also got your insurance or your insurance company, right? That might change based on the area and the postcode of where you're investing in. So therefore, you might have a different insurance company for one property versus another one purely because of its postcode. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to have the same insurance company. And the same thing goes with trades. Obviously, they're going to be in different areas, and so therefore you're going to have different trades as well. I personally lean on the trades of my property managers in that particular area. Same thing goes with property managers. I don't have the same property managers for my property because they need to be quite local. Like I do have 2 properties in the same location down in Victoria, and I have the one property manager for those 2 properties, but that's it. Everyone else is one property manager per property. So that's your team. Your broker is literally the most important, and I'm going to reiterate this if you haven't already heard this from me. Your broker, think of them as like your lawyer, all right, for lending, right? It's them that is like the specialist at being able to sell you to the banks, right? It's their job to sit there and structure your property portfolio and work out, okay, which way do we need to put this loan on this one? And then we're going to, because it's got this terms and conditions, and we're going to have this property under this particular company, lender, because they've got this flexibility within their terms and conditions so that we can get you this one in the future, right? So the broker is literally, property is a game of finance. And because of that, your broker is like literally the most important person. Now, just on the financial planner thing, I just want to round back to that. The reason why I personally don't believe in financial planners is because I literally have 3 friends in here that have told me to my face exactly what they're trained on, and this is what they're trained on. Ready? This is literally what you're paying them to do. Hey, Mr. Financial Planner, how do I build wealth? Oh, put 10% of your wealth here, 30% there, 50% there, just diversify. That's literally what they're trained to do. So they're not really experts. Now, I'm not saying that this is like putting down their role or anything like that. But what I'm trying to, I suppose, get across is that financial planners aren't experts at any particular niche, right? They're not an expert in shares. They're not an expert in property. They're not an expert in crypto or anything like that. Their job is just to basically tell you to diversify. And I can tell you right now, I went and got my financial planning license at the age of 19 or 20, right? 19 or 20, and I can tell you right now, it took me 4 or 6 weeks to complete it. That's fucked up. And I was living at home with my mum and had never gotten an asset. Did not have an asset under my tool. So it is so easy for anyone to just go out and get a financial advisor's license. So I'm just being mindful of who you get advice from, and also be mindful that everyone that you're getting advice from, make sure that they can prove and say, well, this is how experienced we are, right? Like, for example, say you have you want to use a broker, and I'm always about using the people who have already exceeded well beyond where you're trying to go. So for example, for me, if I have 10 properties, I want to make sure that I'm only, seeking advice from somebody who has 10 properties, and it's not really about property. So let's just say it's cash flow. Let's just say that I'm at $100,000 worth of cash flow from my property portfolio, and I'm trying to get to 300,000. Then I only want to take advice from somebody who's already achieved $300,000 of passive income, right? Just be mindful of the background of the experience of each of the people that you have on your team as well. Property management is something that is not spoken much about, but it's actually one of the people that you end up building a really long-term, consistent relationship with. So I've got a full-on property management training on how to work with them in the next couple of videos, more towards the end, which is one of my favorite training modules for you.